Coming up tonight on YCN News, local communities celebrate Memorial Day honoring those who died serving the nation's military. Elected officials call for an investigation into reports that some veterans did not receive the medical care they needed on a timely basis at the Veterans Hospital in Phoenix, Arizona. Stay tuned to the end of our news to watch a clip from the Memorial Day Parade in Claremont. For more news, weather, and sports, it's time for YCN, your local view.
Now, your daily digest of the Dartmouth-Lake Sunapee region, southern Vermont, and Windsor County. News, sports, weather, and all that is happening in our area. The news on YCN, your local view.
Good evening and welcome to this Monday edition of YCN News. I'm Rose Spillman. Today is Memorial Day, a day to honor all those who died while serving in the nation's military. From Claremont and Boscawen, New Hampshire to Springfield, Vermont, and across the country, this day commemorates the sacrifices made by servicemen and women since the nation's founding. We begin today's coverage from Springfield, Vermont. Erin McClory reports.
Community members in Springfield, Vermont gathered at Memorial Park this morning for a Memorial Day ceremony and parade. The ceremony began with prayer, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance and National Anthem.
Shall we pray? We come here today to honor the memory of our loved ones who offered their lives as a service to our nation and the cause and to our God.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming?
A local high school student then recited Lincoln's Gettysburg Address.
The brave men, living and dead, who struggled here have consecrated it far beyond our poor power to add or detract. The world will little note nor long remember what we say here, but it can never forget what they did here.
The Springfield High School band joined the crowd to play a couple songs. Following the band, guest speaker Paul Herrick gave a touching speech.
That one woman with a small but lasting and powerful symbol can inspire so much is a testament to keeping the faith. We too must do so in our own ways. Decorate a fallen veteran's grave, march in a parade, thank a veteran, volunteer, support and defend freedom in every way. Wear a poppy.
Memorial Park is home to a stone that lists the names of those who lived in Springfield and died while serving. The 3 names that were recently added to the stone were announced at the ceremony.
And their names were Richard Baker and Leonard LaCrosse. Those 2 were added. Also, our post is named after Robert L. Johnson, and we were told that Robert L. Johnson died in the service but not in the actual war. Well, Vito found some books and we looked it up, and sure enough, he did die. He was a prisoner of war in Corregidor and died in the prison during World War II.
The ceremony closed with the firing squad and taps, followed by benediction.
We remember and give thanks to those who gave their lives in the service of our country. When in need was greatest, they stepped forward and did their duty to defend the freedoms that we now enjoy and win the same for others.
A short parade followed. The Memorial Day ceremony in Springfield, Vermont brought together over 100 community members to honor those who have lost their lives serving and remember what this touching holiday is all about. With YCN News, I'm Erin McClory.
Not far from YCN's downtown Claremont studio, residents of all ages gathered on Broad Street Park for the city's annual Memorial Day Parade. The parade features Girl Scouts and Boy Scouts and marching bands from the Claremont Middle School and Stevens High School and personalities representing the Civil War era. As part of the city's 250th birthday, the Civil War statue honoring Claremont citizens who answered the Union's call to arms will be illuminated. The New Hampshire State Veterans Cemetery offers all U.S. veterans a dignified and final resting place. Centrally located in Boscawen, not far from Concord, a special night of remembrance to mark Memorial Day remains in effect through tonight. From dusk around 8:15 p.m. to 9:30 p.m., the lights on the 20 points of New Hampshire military history will be illuminated. At each point from the colonial era of the 17th century to 21st century battles, visitors can learn how New Hampshire's military members aided the nation's call to action. Please note that other Memorial Day ceremonies will be held across our viewing area. This includes a ceremony scheduled for 11 a.m. on Friday, May 30th, at the State Veterans Cemetery in Boscawen. The cemetery is located on Route 3 at 110 Daniel Webster Highway. This service will be presented by the New Hampshire Disabled American Veterans and staff of the State Veterans Cemetery. The May 30th date of this ceremony and for other memorial dedications on Friday is in line with the original or traditional date of Memorial Day. Now, this day is officially observed on the last Monday in May. Thank you to all veterans across the years and to their families. Turning to a related story regarding U.S. veterans, it is a story that is bringing much concern to citizens and politicians about the health care veterans are receiving at the nation's Veteran Administration hospitals. This concern does not pertain to the White River Junction VA Medical Center, which serves veterans from Vermont and New Hampshire. Yet elected officials, including U.S. Senator Bernie Sanders, are calling for an investigation into reports that some veterans did not receive the medical care they needed on a timely basis. The results for these servicemen proved dire. Deaths resulted. This allegedly happened at the VA healthcare system in Phoenix, Arizona. Sanders is chairman of the Senate Veterans Affairs Committee. In a statement released over the weekend, Sanders says claims of falsified medical reports and any actions that resulted in substandard care for military men and women must be investigated. This includes VA healthcare centers beyond Phoenix, says Sanders. Beyond the investigation, which includes the placing on administrative leave of the director of the Phoenix VA Center, Sanders says more must be done to help U.S. veterans. Since the Iraq and Afghanistan wars, more than 1.5 million new servicemen and women are seeking medical and other treatment at VA healthcare centers across the country. Legislation that Sanders supports includes a 10-year program to serve veterans. Early costs for this additional health, job, and benefit plan over a decade could reach $21 billion. In addition to Memorial Day ceremonies across our viewing area, there were a number of other events, including the Wilmot Community Center's annual Black Fly Blitz, a 5K road race through the heart of Wilmot, New Hampshire. YCN News was able to speak with Wilmot Community Center President Ann Davis about the race.
It's the Wilmot Community Association's most significant fundraising event. This year we had about 200 runners, so that's great. Also have fun and games for children and families and music on the bandstand. In Wilmot, we like to consider this as the unofficial first day of summer. So we have lots of volunteers, and especially the students from the Kearsarge Regional High School track and cross country teams come and help us out, and so do the coaches from the track and cross country teams. So they've been very helpful this morning.
There were over 200 entrants in this year's race, with the youngest 3 years old and the oldest 72. The winning time for men was 16 minutes and 17 seconds, and for women, 18 minutes at 21 seconds. Though in many ways, all the 200 entrants were winners, as they supported a local community organization.
If you have an orthopedic issue, turn to Dr. James M. Murphy, a board-certified orthopedic surgeon at New London Hospital. Working in collaboration with Concord Orthopedics, Dr. Murphy evaluates and treats hand, elbow, shoulder, knee, hip, and ankle fractures and pediatric injuries. New London Hospital is in your neighborhood, providing primary and specialized services in its state-of-the-art facility. To learn about our services and our compassionate doctors, visit newlondonhospital.org. New London Hospital, your prescription for living well.
Welcome back to YCN News. I'm Rose Spillman. Graduation season continues with students, staff, and families with the River Valley Community College Connection marking the event on Friday night. Local dignitaries, including Claremont City Manager Guy Sandegate and faculty, filed into the area where commencement exercises were held under white tents. Next, graduates filed into their seats as bagpiper Andy Chamberlain welcomed attendees to the 6 p.m. ceremony. In all, 198 students representing a range of ages, backgrounds, and career interests received degrees. Awarded were certificates and Associate of Arts or Associate of Science degrees. Some students will take their new skills and education to work. All students will benefit from increased education, as guest speaker and River Valley President Dr. Alicia Harvey-Smith explained to guests Friday night. This is Dr. Harvey-Smith's first graduating class since becoming president of the Claremont College in the fall. 2014 class member and physical therapist assistant program graduate James Magoon addressed his classmates, reminding them that it's not where you start, it's where you finish. To that end, Magoon is a great example. He is a military veteran who told guests an academic future wasn't in his plans, until faculty at RVCC encouraged him to do and be more. Now his plans include earning a doctorate in physical therapy. After the commencement ceremony, guests filed out of the tent into a dusky night around 8 p.m. One graduate, Philip Andrews, spoke of how his degree will help him now at his job with Hypertherm.
My name is Philip Andrews, and I graduated from the Advanced Machine Tool Technology program. It was offered through Hypertherm in conjunction with RVCC. So a great program that I was able to come out with already having a job secure.
Congratulations to all of River Valley's class of 2014.
Hello, I'm Father Andrew, and this is my granddaughter Nika. We would like to invite you to Holy Resurrection Orthodox Church in Claremont. Please visit and celebrate with us the heavenly beauty and wisdom of Jesus Christ. Sing and listen with us to the authentic and most precious hymns of Christian prayer, and enjoy the hospitality of our community at coffee hour. Please come. We'd like to see you.
Welcome back to YCN News. I'm Rose Spillman. Now Matt McDonald will have a look at our weather for the next few days and then move on to high school sports.
Thanks, Rose. Today we've got scattered showers, and today some storms could produce hail and gusty winds, but skies will be mostly sunny with a high of 83 degrees. Winds will be between 10 and 15 miles per hour. Tonight will be mostly cloudy with lows in the 50s and winds around 5 miles per hour. Tomorrow we have a 70% chance of precipitation with possible thunderstorms afternoon. Skies will be mostly cloudy with calm winds and highs in the upper 60s. Tuesday night we'll have a 40% chance of showers with lows around 52 degrees Wednesday afternoon. Wednesday afternoon we'll have calm winds around 5 miles per hour with partly sunny skies and a high of 64 degrees. Wednesday night we'll have lows in the 40s with partly cloudy skies. Here's a glimpse of our weather from our northeastern and national radar maps. As you can see on our northeast radar map, a storm is passing by us. This will lead to a cloudy evening. Western storms are headed our way, and we are expecting a 30% chance of rain showers by Thursday. On the national map, we can see a few small scattered storms in the Midwest that are expected in our area later this week. Now let's see what's coming up on our community calendar. Tomorrow in New Hampshire, the Warner Selectmen and the Canaan Select Board will meet at 6 p.m. In Vermont, the Hartford Select Board will meet at 6 p.m. and the Windsor Board of Selectmen will meet at 7 tomorrow. Remember, you can submit local events from your community by sending them to news@ycnnow.com. Turning to local high school sports, we have some games to prepare for you tomorrow. Sunapee Middle High School will host a game in boys baseball against Epping High School. The game begins at 4 p.m. At the same time, the Lady Lakers will face Epping at 4 p.m. at the Sunapee High School softball field. The Stevens Cardinals baseball team will travel to Hillsborough Deering High School tomorrow to take them on at 4 p.m. Turning to boys lacrosse, the Stevens Cardinals are set to play with the John Stark Generals tomorrow at Monadnock Park in Claremont at 4 p.m. The Stevens girls softball team is heading to Hillsborough to face Hillsborough Deering High School at 4 p.m. tomorrow. There are plenty of local sports games tomorrow, so be sure to check them out. Now checking up with the New Hampshire Fisher Cats. Yesterday, the Cats won in a game against Portland 1-0. They are playing against Portland again today. Tomorrow they are switching opponents and are facing rival Binghamton at Binghamton Stadium. Right now the Fisher Cats are in the bottom standings of the Eastern Baseball League. They are 5 places behind the Portland Sea Dogs. The Fisher Cats have 17 wins and 32 losses this season. We will keep you updated on their stats.
Thank you for joining us for this Monday edition of YCN News. Don't forget to like us on Facebook at facebook.com/YCNNewsNow and follow us on Twitter and Instagram at YCN Now. You can also check out our blog at wycu.wordpress.com for updated news stories and our online broadcasts. And you can watch our programs anytime online at www.ycnnow.com. I'm Rose Spillman for YCN, your local view. We leave you tonight with a look at the Memorial Day Parade in Claremont.